This is OTT Insider. I'm the big beefy boy, Shaz Beef, and what are you wearing? What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with me?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
You know exactly what's wrong with me. You were at Belfast.
Yeah. Does he hit that hard, yeah?
He hits very hard. He hits very hard. And Thompson's going to know all about it. Thompson, you fool. You don't know what you're after doing. We're going to get you. We're going to get you in...
Oh, for the love of... Right, we're going to get to that in quite a bit. Are you all right now having your little conniption?
No, I just... You go on.
All right, first of all, I want to say, fuck you, Joe.
Sorry. No. This OTT Insider.
Yeah.
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 Joe,
Fuck you, Joe Cabray.
you don't get to say that.
Absolute bullshit what happened. Sorry for cursing, but we're going to get to some reactions of the fans to start off the show.
Just like to counter that, because Joe's not here to defend himself, and I will say what happened in the main event at the Ambassador Theatre was inevitable.
What do you mean inevitable?
It was.
You explain what happened then.
So Foxy was taken. Foxy is slightly to blame here. Foxy was taken out of the match because Be Cool and Damo are both friends with him apparently. Don't believe that. Instead, we had, who was the ref? Tom
Scarborough.
Tom Scarborough was the ref. Decent ref, doesn't get involved. He got taken out accidentally. We had Foxy run in. Foxy got taken out. Could have seen that coming. And then Joe, our hero Joe, comes out, has a referee jersey underneath his top. Match continues. He goes to count 1, 2, and then he looked into Barry's eyes. And Be Cool learned a valuable lesson, a very valuable lesson about what it takes to main event in OTT. You got to be ready for everything.
No, we'll get into this in a sec. I want to get to some of these reactions. Spray Paint Scots said, Joe's a rat.
He's a loser.
Retires, then fucks over B. Joe fears Be Cool.
Not true. He wouldn't get, if he feared Be Cool, he wouldn't have got involved with Be Cool. So stupid comment.
Aaron the Butcher, because it was a massive weekend of things that just happened. Like, it's a seismic shift in the landscape of OTT.
Yeah.
Aaron the Butcher said, really happy about the new tag team champions. The Social Elite had a great run, but it was time for a change.
Not true. Also, who wrote? What kind of comments are these?
These are from people who listen to OTT Insider.
Dumb OTT fans. That's not true. It was OTT. The Social Elite got screwed. 100% got screwed.
You're talking about getting screwed and then saying Be Cool didn't.
Yeah, but Joe owns OTT. He does what he wants. BDE got involved in that match and distracted the greatest OTT champions we've ever had, the Social Elite. And now, unfortunately, we're left with a makeshift, put-together tag team featuring two, very high-end main event players. But it's just not the same.
Ryan Josh, why did Joe turn heel? Alex Wynn.
What does that mean?
That Tate's thoughts on Joe and Calum Black, the only time I care about Tate's opinions.
Thank you. Okay, who asked that question?
That was Alex Wynn 09.
I like that guy.
He said this is the only time he cares about your opinions.
I think he added that just to be cool.
Be cool.
Pun intended. No pun intended. My thoughts on Calum Black are finally we can look forward to a new era of main event player at OTT, and Calum Black is going to be unstoppable when he wins the OTT World Title. Cannot wait for that.
This is off the cuffs stuff. Oisin McCarthy 129 said the fact that Tate engaged in an altercation with Peter Gandy, a senior citizen, is deplorable.
I did not engage. I got dragged in to that idiot's life. I tried to avoid him all weekend. It's impossible. He seems to be everywhere. He's trying to get himself over with the boys. It's not true. I did not do anything. He engaged with me. He wanted my star power. He wanted my gravitational pull.
Martin O'Mac, Joe made the right decision. Bye bye Barry. This is him licking up to him. What? Because you did your little podcast 5 mark.
Who's that? Is he one of the 5 marks?
Yeah, he's one of the 5 marks.
Delete that.
Once again, the 5 marks actually got in touch, so maybe it was Martin O'Mac, maybe it was someone else. Can we elect a new OTT booker? I'd like to push for Peter Gandy to take over.
What does booker mean?
Could you ask the Mike Adamley of OTT, Mr. Tate, how was it taking a clothesline from Corvin? I absolutely loved that.
Mike Adamley is a very highly respected broadcaster, so I appreciate the compliment. Taking a clothesline from Corvin, it's like breaking your neck it's exactly, this is it. Picture this. You have to wear a neck brace for the rest of your life. That's what it's like.
Robbie Mack says, needs more Robbie Mack.
Who is that?
Some lad harassing Joe. Mormon Nash said, Maxted's going to kill Tate and Corvin.
I have nothing against Maxted. There was no necessary, like, I did not mean to get involved in Maxted's business.
Sean Mac 234 says, where do the panel stand with Joe? And this is where we'll start the podcast. Thank you very much for all your interactions.
I got something here. Someone texted in, Gandhi fears water tax, someone said. I would agree with that. BD are virgins. So what's written down here. Maxer is still physically age 28. Just in case people were thinking that because he got battered up that he wasn't.
He got absolutely, like, he's busted lip, a broken nose, separated shoulder, that scar on his ribs in Belfast. Fair play to him, to be fair.
And we're still really good at wrestling from all those Matthew Bullet-Smith texting me privately.
Why did you say it if it was privately?
I just edit that.
No, I'm not editing that. You just released sensitive information.
I apologize, Matthew. I apologize.
Okay, right. Thank you very much for your interaction. Where do the panel stand with Joe? Fuck you, Joe.
We stand.
No, shut up now. Fuck you, Joe. Right? Be cool. Never got his rematch after handing up the title, after going through a war, not just in that match at Scrappermania against Trent 7, not just before that match in the 8-man tag. We're talking about Jon Moxley. We're talking about the Loco Rumble before that. He's gone back-to-back Loco Rumbles, right? And then he says, I don't want to have him as my champion or whatever. Why? I'd understand it if it was because you and Big Damo were in cahoots or something like that. But no, you're trying to piggyback off the name that Big Damo made in WWE. That's what you're trying to do.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is. What, you don't want Be Cool as your champion? Why? Explain yourself.
Why?
He hasn't. No, shut up. He hasn't come out and said one word, right? Explain it to us.
He did come out and say a few things. If you're on X, which I am because it's the cool place to be.
What? He's slagging off Terry Thatcher.
Yeah.
All the boys are snapping. Like Jay was snapping. Terry Thatcher was snapping.
They all still want to be on the next show, I bet.
Ango, Jesus Christ. Like, Ango's a respected thespian.
Was a respected.
What do you mean was? Just after
He's
coming
an
off.
import. He's over in New York now. He's now the import commentator.
Your mouth, man. This is why you end up in a neck brace. You get yourself in situations that your mouth can't back up.
Someone said, if this is a sign Joe is lacing his boots back up, take my money now. And Joe said, I will never return to the ring. I retired in my hometown of Dublin at a sold-out national stadium, cementing my legacy as the greatest Irish wrestler to live. I think that's very fair.
Is there an explanation as to why he did what he did?
Maybe, I don't know, maybe he's starting to...
Well, stop speculating and come out and say it. Come out and say it. Like, he's full of ego. That's just
okay,
full
relax.
of like what?
Relax yourself a bit. This is OTT Insider. We want the job.
I was trying to enjoy the show at the Ambassador, right? I went up there trying to help out. I hope you enjoyed all the social media on the day, all the interviews and
some of the phone camera stuff is a bit pixelated.
Yeah, I heard that. All right. Look, I need a better phone. I apologize, but I was trying to help out OTT because I seen the hard work that all the lads put in. And I seen the hard work that Joe put in, and he pissed it all away.
No,
absolutely pissed it all away.
No, everyone's
disgraceful.
Everyone is looking forward to seeing a new dominant stable take over. Calum Black and Joe are the perfect combination. You were a fan of Calum Black prior to the weekend.
Yeah, was a fan of Calum Black.
Yeah, and what? What did he do wrong?
He hit Be Cool from behind.
It's wrestling.
If you weren't at the draw of the show, right? Calum Black went up against O'Malley, former OTT world champion.
This is hurting my neck. Just the aggression in your tone. Would just bring it down
for a second, right? He goes up against O'Malley, former OTT world champion, in his hometown, and the atmosphere in that place was absolutely electric. Mm-hmm. And you're looking at Calum Black, and his story is amazing. When he's talking about the shape he got himself in, having to step away from wrestling. And then he does that. He does that. Why? Taking shortcuts. Does he not understand that his journey and how hard it was for him to be once again up at the top of the card, main eventing against Big Damo? Right, fair enough, you didn't come away with the win, but now you're going to start taking shortcuts. Seriously. Align yourself with that idiot. Like, what in the name of...
I think you've gone too far there. I think Be Cool is not. He's not what Joe wants as the representation for OTT. Joe's had a lot of, since Be Cool got injured, Joe's had a lot of time to think about this. And Be Cool waltzes back into the Loco Rumble, just about gets over the line, could have gone anyway.
Every obstacle that has been put in his way, Be Cool is taken down. Why wouldn't you want that as your champion? Why? Because it doesn't make sense. And I said this on the last one. I said it when we had Gandhi and CBL here. I was like, why wouldn't you want someone like Be Cool and the trials and tribulations he puts himself through to be a representation?
Do you think there's anyone?
OTT?
If you think there's anyone outside of OTT, the OTT universe, the fans, the wrestlers, the promoters, Joe? Do you think any single person outside of OTT looks at Be Cool and says there as a champion? No, they don't. They think he's a joke. I think he's a joke. I think
he's a joke?
I think
Why do you think he's a joke?
I think Be Cool. Why?
Yeah. Why do you think? Because you're the same.
The man did a promo without wearing any pants, Shane. Like, what do you think? Do you think that that's how you represent OTT? I'd say that was the straw that broke the camel's back for Joe. I'd say Joe has been planning this for a while, and then that interview, Joe made an effort, a conscientious effort to train Be Cool, and Be Cool makes a joke out of that. Do you think Joe likes being treated as a joke? I don't. I don't treat him as a joke. I respect Joe a lot.
Well, he's a joke now.
Joe is not a joke.
He is a joke. Well, come out and explain yourself, Joe.
He doesn't have to explain to you.
Why? What do you mean?
Who are you?
Explain it to
Who
the
are
fans.
You? Some washed-up social media expert.
Explain it to the fans. Explain it. We are the wrestling show, right? We're wrestling fans. Explain it.
He doesn't have to.
What? Why?
Because he owns OTT. He can do what he wants, and I'm here along for the ride.
You cannot piss off the fans. You just cannot do that. You cannot piss off your OTT world champion like he did with Damo.
Well, look, Damo's big and bold enough to look after himself. I don't think he needs you mounting on about it.
No, he doesn't need me, but he's stepping up. And,
Are you saying
and the complete disrespect that Joe had in opening that show in Belfast, it was disgraceful.
Well, it's disgraceful for Damo to come out and start changing the main event.
No,
taking Calum Black's place. That's what he's trying to do. He was treating Calum Black like he was a mid-card player. Oh yeah, Calum, no offense, but you're not in this main event. Hop out. It needs to be Cool versus Damo. That's not Damo's call.
Because he's fair.
That's not
right?
Damo's
and
call.
I'm
not fair to Calum Black.
No, shut your mouth.
Don't tell me to shut my mouth.
Shut your mouth.
You shut your mouth.
Get
your finger out my face. You know what? I have a medical condition.
Yeah, being a twat.
It's not my condition. It's a different condition.
I hate you so much. Have you ever seen The Office?
Yeah. The documentary.
Yeah. The English one.
Yeah, the English one. I wouldn't watch a foreign language Office documentary.
All right. David Brent. That's who you are.
Who is David Brent?
Yeah, okay.
It's Michael Scott is the guy in The Office. Can we talk about that little shit Thompson?
I just think it's reprehensible, man. I am a man that I know this is going to sound weird to someone like you. I don't value money. I value fairness and integrity. And
that's why you're a loser.
Shut your... And when I feel that trust is broken, I don't know how I could support that. We were all for a fair contest. We were all for, and the lads put on an absolute war. Damo went through a table. Like, Damo was beat. Like, how do you justify that? Damo was beat. How can you justify in a fair competition?
Damo was beat. Be Cool was beat. Everyone was beat. Be Cool was down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The referee wasn't there.
There was no referee there.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Well, Cool Joe nominated himself as a ref, and under those terms, he should have counted the 3. He should have. I don't know how you stand behind someone like that.
The referee's decision is all that matters. Joe was the referee. He made the decision. That's all that matters.
He's a piece of shit.
Sorry?
You heard me. He's a piece of shit. That's...
No, just take it down a little bit here now, okay? This is OTT Insider.
Yeah, like, why am I
this
here?
Why
am I doing this?
Yeah, why are you doing
why
this?
Am I doing
I ask that every single time. I have no idea why you're doing this.
We do this because the fans enjoy it. No.
That's
why I do it.
No, you're a hypocrite. Earlier on you said, I don't care about money. I don't care about this or that. The only reason you're here is because I pay you to be here. The only
reason I'm around you is because you pay me to be here.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
I do a podcast and I don't get paid for that.
Every single one of my staff have the same issue. They're only there because I paid them. And I paid them well until they make a mistake. And then I get rid of them.
Oh, like you got rid of the one for the mistake with Santos?
Yeah.
Do you want to explain what happened?
No.
He fired a young mother the other day because you put up a post saying that Charlie Sterling's going to win because he's more intelligent than Santos. And Santos replied, well, he has a degree in economics. And you fired a young mother because of that.
She wasn't that young. If someday in your life, it's not going to be today, it's probably not going to be this year, but you're going to understand that if you want to get things done, if you want to reach the tippy top, and this is not just OTT, this is everywhere. You want to reach the tippy top, you got to do a little bit of politicking. You got to step back from what's morally right. You know, you just got to do what's best for business. And Joe did, in my opinion, and I'm a very intelligent guy. And in my opinion, Joe did what's best for business. Be cool, passe, nice to meet you, good to see you. Calum Black is the future. And Big Damo now is a placeholder champion. For the first time in his career, Big Damo, you are a placeholder. And Calum Black is coming to get you. That's all I got to say about that.
Talking about champions.
Yeah.
Jay returned, got one over Dara Lynch very quickly.
Would you call him a champion?
What do you mean would I call him a champion?
His first title defense in 4 months.
You just know that because that's what Renzo said in his promos.
No, that's not true. Been 4 months, no defenses. One defense after 4 months. You think that's a champion? He's hiding behind that leg limp. And I think he fakes his injury. Even saying that is sore.
Well, he went up against 14 of the brightest OTT talents that are coming up in this business and came out on top.
Well, we can agree with that. They were the brightest and best. Very disappointing result. There was so many There's so many opportunities for better champions than Jay, and you could feel it. The audible moan when Jay won that.
From you?
Yeah, you could have cut the atmosphere with a knife.
Anybody in that battle royal impress you?
That Nathan Murphy guy making his debut, very impressive.
That's Boots.
What?
That's what he was. Boots. Did you not hear him go Boots, Boots, Boots?
No, I was in the back. I saw him at the end. Very impressive, and he would be for me the perfect NLW champion.
Another twat.
What are you talking about? Another
twat. What? He has the low blow. He's taking this toxicity that's going around OTT at the moment. What? He's taking a page out of Joe's playbook. Low blowing Jay, taking short corners.
Tell you, this is wrestling, and if you want to get to the top, you got to do anything. You got to scratch. You got to claw. You got to take out. No matter what, you got to take out your opponent. So, what are you? Taking this moral high ground?
I'm morally superior to you, yeah.
Not morally superior to me.
I am. Well, I don't like this new Nathan Murphy.
I love it.
Forever, or whatever he's going by now.
It's great. He's going to be Nathan Murphy forever.
No,
he's
not.
He is. He's going to be Nathan Murphy.
He's a twat. He's going to be a twat forever. The taking shortcuts, man, it's reprehensible. It's bad form. It's why I've stepped away from things before, because people wanting to take shortcuts.
Yeah, you chose to step away.
Yeah, I choose to step away. Yeah.
Sure. I'm sure that's the case. I'm sure every promoter in Ireland are going, no. Shane chose to step away. That's why we don't book him.
I think I can boogie. Yes, sir, I can. All night long. Anybody else in that Belfast Battle Royal?
Who is that young lad? I hadn't seen him before.
Young Dara.
Yeah, he's impressive.
Yeah,
I liked him.
You liked him.
I liked him. Didn't like that he made a fool out of Con Kelly and Luke Frel, but I liked him. Love Luke Frel. Like there is the up and coming. There's the diamond in the rough.
Yeah, I know Luke. He's from Kilkenny.
I know Luke. Are you like a fan? Is it?
Yeah, I am a fan of Luke. You know he's from Kilkenny, right?
Luke Farrell's from Kilkenny.
Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah. I've travelled with Luke.
Do you have, can I get his number?
No.
Do you have-
You'll probably just reveal
no,
any information that you would send.
that's interesting. That is interesting.
No, he is.
Well, he has a huge amount of upside.
He's touring places. Like, he's doing it the right way. Came back from an injury. I don't know.
Can relate.
Yeah, I don't know. You haven't come back yet. Like, he is a very impressive individual.
I agree. Yeah.
I'd like to see big things for him in the future. Sam, he was offering free hugs. Fair play to you, Sam. It didn't work out, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah. That was quick. That's quick.
Ilya was in it.
Ilya.
Terry Thatcher. Raven Creed stepping in to the bet. Why did you with Terry?
Terry, he's a B+ player. He's never going to get it done. Terry Thatcher, he had like, I love you, and then underneath it, I know, on his wristband.
Yeah, what about?
Is he talking to himself?
Star Wars reference. You know the show was based around Star Wars. May the Fourth be with you.
Yeah.
May the Force be with you. You know, like in Star Wars. Have you ever seen Star Wars?
Oh, is that one of those sci-fi things?
Yeah, Skyfi.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, Raven Creed stepping in.
Yeah.
After getting pinned at the Ambassador show by Alexis Falcon.
That match, I don't want to talk about it at all.
Why?
It was beneath Raven Creed. It was beneath the OTT Women's Champion to be involved where there was 3 jokes running around the place, playing games and having...
You're not a Crowley fan, no? Cheeky little buggers.
No, I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like the Sam. I hate the Sam. And I love Raven Creed. So I think Raven Creed just, it felt odd. Like, why is she friends with the Sam? I think who would be friends with the Sam? How does that happen? How does that match come about?
Because he gives free hugs to people.
Yeah, the Sam. Anyone who gives free hugs, not to be trusted.
Renzo Rose in that battle royal. He came out at the end of Jay's match, if you can call it a match.
You can't call it.
Dara Lynch, basically telling him to kiss his ass. He wants to come for that NLW title. He gets a shot, albeit in a battle royal, and can't back it up.
You can't call that his shot.
That was his shot.
It's a lucky dip. Battle royal. Anything can happen. You can't say that was Renzo's shot. Renzo is owed one. He's owed.
What's he owed? Why is he owed?
He's owed a one-on-one match with Jay.
Why is he owed a one-on-one match with Jay? Like this, he lost the title to Danhausen, and then in his rematch, Sem won it.
Yeah,
so why is he got a rematch already? Why is he owed anything?
How many people were in that?
He didn't even come second in that battle royal.
How many people were in the Danhausen match?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, so he didn't lose the title to Danhausen. He lost because the match was someone booked the match against his favor.
Your friend Joe Cabray.
No, I have no idea.
And then he just goes books Jay and says, "Oh, you have to defend your title."
Jay, we don't know Jay's injury status after that battle royal. Guarantee he's out for 6 months. Guaranteed. We won't see that guy for 6 months.
I thought he looked very impressive.
He's a part-timer. I don't know what he's doing. He's not off in Hollywood making movies, but he's now a part-timer at OTT as far as I can see. Maybe do something in the ring, like the rest of us, trying to put on great shows for the fans. Yeah.
We'll get to you in a second. I know that's.
You're not going to get to me.
I know that's what you want to talk about.
That's the main event of this show.
No.
Yeah.
So, Social Elite.
Yeah.
They lost the tag team titles after 469 days in an unbelievable match.
No.
It wasn't an unbelievable match.
Any result where Social Elite lose the titles is not an unbelievable match. It's the worst match in history, in my opinion, which matters. A lot of people are looking out for my opinion on that. So there.
It doesn't.
Zero stars.
We had a message earlier on that said they don't care about your opinion.
I give that match 0 stars.
Because they lost.
Yeah, because they lost.
And if they won?
5, 6.
Meltzer. So Sammy D, Trent 7, 2 former OTT world champions.
Yeah.
Not the most recent champions, because of course Be Cool was. But you have Trent 7 and Sammy now aiming to, I assume, run roughshed over the tag team division. A lot. I think. I know BD and Social Elite had their interactions before the title match, and obviously during it and after since. But the sentiment to them was that, they're the tag teams in OTT, and this makeshift team is coming in, getting an opportunity for coming second and third in the local rumble, and they're pissed off about it. But these guys have serious pedigree. Like, serious. A super kick from Sammy D in the face, would kill any man.
Yeah. Didn't kill Maxer.
Well, they lost the titles in the end.
But it didn't kill him, Shane. They're going to be back. Unfortunately, now they're behind BDE in the run order because of what happened in Belfast. But Social Elite will be back. Guarantee it.
I think there has to be something brewing between those three teams. To be fair, if I was BDE, I'd be pissed off that being these tag team specialists and being so good, and I'll give them that. They're dumbasses. They're good. But they're coming up in a generation where they're going up against one of the best tag teams in Europe. If not the best tag team in Europe. Yeah. So they were always going to be second best. But they weren't second best on Sunday.
Because of Sammy.
Yeah. This whole...
So Social Elite have been screwed twice. They got screwed at the Ambassador because I believe if BD didn't get involved, Social Elite would have won that match. Then they got screwed in Belfast because I believe if Foxy hadn't, like a dumb idiot, got his eye taken out in the match before, that we would have had a referee who... no, actually...
You want to see your hypocrisy here?
I'm trying to work a way around that hypocrisy. If Tom Scarborough, if he was reffing, then Social Elite would still be the champions. Guaranteed. 100%. You cannot beat the Social Elite in a legitimate 2-on-2 match with an uncorrupted referee. And you know that. You're looking at me, but you know that. You know that.
Judgment Day beat him.
Yeah, well, that was...
You're just a hypocrite. You're a dumbass hypocrite. And do you get on with Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that explains it.
Explains what?
That Joe likes dumbass hypocrites. So he'll have you around. Little yes man.
I think now everyone would know one thing about Tate is he does it his own way.
Nobody knows that about you.
Everybody knows.
That's what you're saying.
Tate does his... The Tateaholics know it. Tate does
There's
it.
no Tateaholics.
They do know it.
You nearly got your ass kicked by Peter Gandy.
What are you talking about? I got through the door. Just so people know, there's a video going around social media where Peter Gandy attacks me in the backstage area at OTT Ambassador Theatre, and I still stood tall. Got afterwards, did my hair, walked through while he's still shouting.
Well, you nearly got your ass kicked by Peter Gandy.
Nearly, but didn't.
Peter Gandy was a joy to be around all weekend for myself. So was
Not
CBL.
True.
CBL,
yes, joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was. He ended up going toe to toe with a former WWE World Champion, Raj Deshi. Mm-hmm. Didn't come out with the win. His losing streak continues. Tried to do it the next night again in Belfast against LJ Cleary, and we'll get to this in a sec because it was one of the best match, if not the best match of the weekend. But LJ Cleary going up against his proteges, it's quite endearing. And you'd have to think, CBL, is he going to be motivated by what Keane Noonan was able to do the night before and get himself back on track?
No. What's the losing streak now?
I don't know, he lost the contenders.
It's about 10. He's come close to 10. Ever since Peter Gandy and CBL have appeared at OTT, CBL has lost every single match. Peter Gandy sat in this chair, that chair. He sat there less than a month ago and he said, when champion season comes on, that's when CBL will get going again. It'll be the championship when he goes. He said the championship is in May. We're in May. May was Sunday. May was Saturday. CBL lost twice. Gandhi, you know what happens at champion season when managers can't get...
Championship season. And he lost 3 times. He lost the Battle Royal as well.
3 times he lost at the weekend. Managers get the sack. New managers come in, and they've got new, fresh ideas.
Your ideas for CBL were terrible last time.
You haven't seen him in play.
You were saying new music?
New music, 100%. You belong for it. Get rid of that stuff. Get rid of it.
I don't know. The fans seem to like it.
The fans don't know what they like.
The fans do know.
Here,
what
I'll
they
let you in on something. The fans are morons. They're thick morons who don't know what they want. Joe is giving them what they want, and they're going to eat it up. Oh, they're going to eat it up. They're never going to be hungry again. See this? It's like a big pot of yogurt, and they're gonna eat it up. Just going to eat it up. That's what Joe's going to give them.
Don't ever do that again.
What?
What you just did, just don't do it again, please. Elsewhere on the card, we had, as I said, the match of the weekend.
This is getting worse, by the way. Getting worse.
Well, shut your mouth and don't be talking. Match of the weekend, Keane Noonan versus LJ Cleary. Keane Noonan finally redeeming himself in the eyes of his mentor, LJ, getting the win. There's no asterisk beside his name. Keane Noonan sat in that chair and told us that, he did get the win. But now there's no disputing the fact. He's beat LJ Cleary.
I felt like LJ didn't really bring his A game the weekend.
What?
Yeah. I felt like he was holding something back. There was something off by LJ all weekend.
I don't know what. Slapping the head off him.
He's not a nice person, LJ. That's what I realised. He's just not a nice person.
Why?
I was backstage, just doing Tate things, shooting the shit with the boys. LJ just sits on his own, offers, he's an experienced guy. I was watching him, offered no guidance to anybody.
Are you serious?
Didn't put out his hand. He never shook my hand. Never shook my hand. And I am a veteran.
There is a video on the OTT fan page in which a fan called Tommy Flynn approached you.
Absolute loser. Go on.
Approached you, and you were just standing on your own in the darkness. That's where I mostly seen you.
I was on my phone.
Except when you weren't upstairs eating wine gums.
I was on my phone. I don't eat wine gums. I was on my phone doing
deals. I was stuffing your face with wine gums.
I was on my phone. That's where I was. I was on my phone doing this to him. This, which is the universal signal for fuck off, mate. I'm busy. Naive me cursing. Anyway, that OTT #1 fan, whatever he's called. Security, please. Anyway, LJ Cleary, not a nice guy.
LJ is lovely. LJ's lovely. He's all about respect. Maybe that's why.
Credit where it's due to Keane Noonan. I sat there beside him and I said he wouldn't get it done. He got it done.
So you were wrong.
I was wrong because he was up against like a LJ Cleary who's like every other import comes over, like just giving a half-assed performance. Just getting the money and running. That's what LJ was doing this weekend. Getting the money and getting on out of here.
Well, he got the win over CBL then the following night in a great performance. Some great chain wrestling involved in it. Hit out a destroyer. That was a fantastic match. Go check it out on OTT On Demand.com. And on OTTOnDemand.com or on the social media, because I just happened to catch a video of the whole match with Charlie Sterling losing in 14 seconds to our golden boy, Santos.
Yeah.
Say hello to our golden boy.
You're not counting that as a Santos victory, are you?
What do you mean? He won 1, 2, 3.
Charlie Sterling. So the match hadn't started. And Charlie Sterling was treating us to a rendition of God Save the Queen. An anthem we don't hear often enough around here.
King.
What?
It's God Save... I'm not even going to say it.
It's God Save...
It's a king now. They've changed it.
Why?
It was the successor to the Queen.
What do you mean successor?
Go Google it.
Anyway, so we're getting a I don't know what you're on about. No signal in this shithole. Anyway, so Charlie is treating us to a rendition of God Save the Queen, and he's what's that moron loser with the sparkles?
Sexy Westcott.
No, he's not sexy. The guy with he does the announcing.
Sexy Westcott. Dennis.
Dennis. Dennis is about to sing. Crowd are waiting for it. We wanted it. We were going, yes, do it.
That's not what happened.
Sorry, what happened then? What happens? Sterling is tying his shoe. And Foxy lets the match continue. And Santos attacked Charlie Sterling while he's tying his shoe.
Dennis was gone out of the ring by this stage.
Dennis? Who mentioned Dennis? Who is Dennis?
You just mentioned Sexy Westcott.
He's not sexy. Your man with the... Yes, that guy who does the talking sometimes. He was out of the ring. Sterling is tying his shoe. Santos attacks him and Foxy lets it happen. Foxy lets it happen. That's what happened.
You called Sterling intelligent and he did a dumb move by hearing the bell and going to tie his shoelace. Gets speared out of those boots and then gets a lariat to the face for his troubles. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I mean, I have no doubt that a lariat to the face hurts. Trust me.
Oh, we'll get to that.
I know.
We'll get to that.
But so we've obviously a rematch coming up there. There's no way that's the end of it. No way. Sterling rematch, bring it on. And Joe is a fair man. Joe will get that done.
If I was Sterling, I'd be embarrassed to show up.
Joe is a very fair man. He'll get that done. That's guaranteed. Hopefully at Summerfest.
Summer Bash. Like Jeremy Piven over here.
Go on. I don't know who that is.
And then our golden boy, he goes on to Belfast the following night and he goes up against someone who is a legend within Irish wrestling. But up in Belfast is the hometown hero.
Big Pop.
Bonesaw.
Yeah.
His music hit, man. I got like shivs.
Yeah. No, I can't disagree. Bonesaw is a true legend of the game. And Santos, I'm surprised after having gone through a 3-second match, he had the stamina to continue and go up to Belfast and then beat Bonesaw. I underestimated Santos. Didn't think he could do that.
Is he a baby shark anymore?
He is. Yeah, he's a baby shark. Yeah.
He's our golden boy. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to...
Golden boy, not golden man.
How about Rob Gold?
Who is that?
He's on the Thank You Joe, actually, Trent. With you. You have the same jacket. You're obviously not wearing it today. And the same thought process of stuff.
Got this tailored in Vietnam. This little suit I'm wearing at the moment. In case people are wondering. You can't get it here. Yes, Rob Gold, don't know who that is. So, yeah, big win for Santos. That's 2 in a row. Like, there is momentum there with Santos. But, look, he's going to have to meet Charlie Sterling again. There's no way that can happen twice.
And speaking of, say, a former Kings of the North member and talking about momentum, Adam Maxted. He's going up against Ilya Zarkov. Zarkov is like, I'm a pure male specimen. And he's doing that standing beside Adam Maxted, that behemoth, the muscles glistening off him. He's huge. And you know what? Behind the scenes, he is a star. He is lovely. He's like LJ in that respect. Just really, really nice. But I would hate to be in a position where you're standing across the ring and there's Adam Maxted. Like, what was going through Ilya Zarkov's mind when that was happening? He was trying to do the pose off and he ended up losing the pose off and also losing the match. Like, Adam Maxted, he is a specimen. You would just imagine it. Tate, imagine it. Standing across the ring from Adam Maxted.
Yeah.
Oh. He's like Godzilla. Isn't he? He's huge.
He's big. He's big.
He's a big, big man. And he can move as well. Did you ever see his drop kick? Did you ever see the force? Think about the power in those legs. Heard he has the legs of 1,000 stallions.
Yeah, it's troubling. That is troubling.
For Zarkov, isn't it? I wonder what he's feeling like now. Heard he's not feeling great.
No, it's not.
That'd be scary, man. I've never seen someone look like that and be so powerful. But the strange thing is, like, he's super nice, and then you see a little switch in him, and it's like he can't even control himself sometimes. You know?
Yeah.
It's fascinating. He's a specimen. He's a specimen.
He is all those things.
He's like a bear crossed with a jaguar and a silverback gorilla.
Yeah, but you know the common thing about all those? They can't swim. And Damian Corvin is a great white shark. So I got nothing to fear. I've got nothing to fear.
Oh yeah, let's get to it.
Got nothing to fear.
You have something to fear. You do have something to fear. Whether it be
I got nothing to fear.
on social media because everyone thinks you're a dumbass, or in the ring when you're standing across from Adam Maxted. So what is the thought process going behind your head to team up with Damian Corvin and punch Willie Thompson, a very successful comedian?
Yeah, let's get into this actually. Let's get into this. What's my thought process?
What was your thought process in happening? You
First
snuck
of all,
into the ring like a little rat.
First of all, any conversations I had with Corvin prior are classified. So I'm not going to give you my thought process. But I will tell you
But
this.
sure, you already gave Matthew Bullis Smith's private information earlier.
But look, Corvin and myself have aligned because I'm a smart guy. I'm an extremely smart guy.
You're the dolphin to his great white shark.
I am. That's a stupid analogy. No one's going to think that's funny. I was.
The dolphin Tate.
Stop, please. You asked for my opinion. You're getting it. And this is an exclusive.
Blowing stuff out your blowhole, all right.
Corvin and myself are aligned because I'm a smart man. Edward Stewart Tate always sees the weight. No. Edward Stewart Tate always has a plan.
What was your plan that day?
My plan, Corvin would get the little shithead into the ring. And then I thought maybe he might tell a few jokes or whatever because he's supposedly a comedian, but he didn't tell a single joke. So what was that about? Corvin would, obviously he's suspended. He needs to get back in. He's the uncrowned world champion of OTT in my humble opinion.
Well, everyone is an uncrowned champion.
Yeah, but
if they don't have the title.
But Corvin is very much deserve it. You know, Joe's not going to go around giving Corvin the finger if it's going 1, 2, 3. He will rightfully put the belt around Corvin. So I'm in the ring. No, sorry. So Corvin is in the ring and he's going to shake the hands with the comedian, and then comedian is going to turn around and I'm going to grab the comedian by the shoulder and show the comedian, what's his name?
Willie Thompson.
Show the comedian, going to pull him around and say, look, all these people could punch you in the face. Every single one. That guy over there, that guy, that girl, that granny, that mother, that sister.
Rob Gold.
And the comedian was going to look at it and goes, okay, yeah, I'm in a dangerous place here. I need just to get this done. I need to get back out and become a fan again, like the little mark that I am, and walk back to your chair, sit down. You know, he paid for his ticket that day. Sit down and enjoy the rest of the show, enjoy the main event. And as I'm going to tap him on the shoulder and say, Mr. Thompson, would you please turn around so I can show you all these people? He puts his forearm up and holds my forearm against his. And then he swings at me and hits me right here in the jaw. He hit me in the jaw. So listen here, Thompson, you little shit. I don't give a crap about that first section, you hitting me, because I would have got you back in the legal system. You'd be paying a lot of money. Not that you have it. But then you had the audacity to jump out of the way and not take Corvin's White Star Line. And instead he comes at me and he make me look like an idiot. Edward Stewart Tate look like an idiot for the first time. Well, now you're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it because Corvin is going to protect me against Maxted. I have no doubt about that. Corvin's going to take care of Maxted. Done deal. But you little shit. You're going to be all on your own on that apron. I'm going to get you. And it mightn't even be at the match. I might even get you before then. That's what I got to say.
What's your finishing move?
The Tate pole.
Tate pole.
Yeah. It's like, so you got the frog splash.
Yeah.
Then you got like a tadpole splash. And mine is the Tate pole splash.
Big fan of Hornswoggle, huh?
What?
Doesn't matter. So, you're going to be in a match, man.
Yeah. Look forward to it.
Training hard.
Yeah. There's one thing though. There's this, William Thompson got on the mic at the end. I don't know if you saw it. And he said, I don't know what he said because I can't understand you. Is it English you're speaking? I don't know. I like work on your words. Work on the words and make me understand them. But I think what you said is next time I'm in Belfast, we'll have this match or you'll take us two on. Well, listen, kid, I'm never going to that shithole ever again. So never going to happen. Come down to Dublin, then we can do it. Come to Kilkenny. But not Belfast. I'm not going there again. No way. Ever. If Maxted is there anyway.
Looking forward to Summer Bash?
Summerfest, I think it's called.
Summer Bash.
You sure?
Yeah.
What do we know about it? Where is
nothing.
It?
Absolutely nothing.
Where's it on?
In the KFRC.
Yeah, that's a good venue.
Yeah, it's a great venue.
So you don't know... You know when it's on.
I have no insider information.
That's what I'm getting
You know
at.
why?
Yeah.
You know why? Because I don't want to talk to Joe Cabray.
Well, it would help the show. It would help the show just a little bit if we had
You gave us insider information when you revealed Matthew Bullet Smith's personal
get over
details.
that. Okay, get over it. I didn't reveal any... It wasn't actually him. It was a fan account.
Matthew Bullet Smith fan account.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Are we
It
done?
didn't have that little diamond at the
Are we
end of his
done?
name. It had no diamond.
All right. Are we done?
No. We're done. Now we're done.
You can just sign off and take down all this. Unless you want me to take it down again.
This is...
You want me to turn off everything?
This is... No, absolutely. Stay there for a sec. This is OTT Insider. I am Edward Stewart Tate. That was some loser moron who does social media for OTT. Thank you for tuning in. Watch your back, Thompson. Can we... How do you turn this off? What was that thing about? God save the Queen. Holy shit. And the Pope is dead.